What's up, heroes? My name is Sylarclone, and welcome back to Ace Academy. Big news as of last week. Ace Academy has officially been released to the public. Pixel Fate has announced on their Steam page that everything has been done. What we're going to be playing from this moment on is the final copy of the game. If you do want to play and purchase this game for yourself, I will link the Steam page in the description below. I'm super excited to see if we can pick up on any changes or anything that might have been still being worked on at the final stages beta that we've been playing through. Now, just because it's been released in its final form doesn't mean I'm going to stop the playthrough and start all the way over from the beginning. We're still going to keep with the same character. We're going to continue the story where it's going because, as you can see, my save file and our save file has still been saved here in the game. So we're going to continue right where we left off. Looking forward to another day here at the Academy. So without any further ado, let's just jump right on in. We were falling asleep last night. We're going to wake up for a brand new day. I'm so excited that this is done. I've been waiting to see what the final polished product is going to be. I can't wait to see more people start playing it as well and see if their reactions are the same way too, as mine were when I first started playing and seeing playthroughs of it. My alarm zaps me out of my slumber. With a groan, I reach out my blanket in search of the coveted snooze button. Ah, the snooze button. Mankind's greatest frenemy. I hit the snooze button way too often, especially at 5:45 a.m. What possessed me to set my alarm at such an ungodly hour? I don't know, you're a dumbass. Alright, the physical education class I have this morning. PE at 5:45. Any normal human being would have picked a more reasonable time up for this course, which explains why this time slot was the only one available. Makes sense, having woken up early so many times for athletics in the past. It's no fun to wake up. However, it's way too bright here for it, but if it was this bright all the time when I was waking up at 5:45 to be at a workout at 6:30, fine. I climb out of bed and begin my morning routine. Coffee. After getting ready, I head downstairs to an empty living room. Kaito and Nikki must still be asleep, like any other normal person. I power feast through breakfast and head on my way. Did Nikki leave us some breakfast from last night? I don't know. An uneventful drive later, I'm waiting outside the gymnasium. Some zombie-like students wait with me. The rest are passed out on the campus benches, just kind of, sleep. Why so early? Shut up, Shou. It's too early for your shenanigans. A cheerful voice, too cheery for the current time of day, breaks through my reverie, and I see two familiar faces approaching. Shou is beaming, but I can't say the same about Kaori. Her eyes are hardly open, and she hunts, barely mustering a nod of acknowledgement. It's a beautiful day, and then I'm with Kaori on this one. No, Mr. Rogers, I like that reference. I do appreciate the reference, but I'm with Kaori on this one. I rub my eyes, barely able to stay conscious.
You're not a morning person either?
Shut up, Shou. I'm gonna come hit you. Before I get a chance to reply, Shou smacks my back hard, and I stumble a few paces. Kaori staggers too. She whips around and stomps a foot towards Shou. Her drowsy expression is replaced with one of fire, as we can see.
Ow! What was that for?
What?
Just waking you both up for a wonderful day of gym class.
Oh, can we hit him? I so want to hit him. Kara and I both shoot piercing glances towards Shou. I'm going to end him. I really am. I swear to God, one of these days, I'm going to end him.
Not before I do.
High five. It's too early for high five. Shou steps back, his hands going up defensively.
Whoa, guys, chillax.
Not at 5:45 in the morning.
So scary.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't wake up and have your coffee before gym class. What's up with you two picking this time as your time slot for the course?
We could ask the same for you.
Probably the same reasoning, I'm guessing. I transferred into the program late, so this was the only class available. Kaori crosses her arms.
I guess that makes sense.
Only class available. And you guys?
We were originally in a later class, but decided to change out.
Why change? Shou looks at Kaori. She sighs before shrugging her shoulders.
Remember when we told you about us forming our own team because it didn't work out with the previous one?
Uh-huh.
Let's just say we all decided to pick the same gym class to train together, but as you know, it didn't work out.
Makes sense. Want to train in the same classes, build that whole team bonding sort of experience. I get it. Sounds more like a falling out. Joe rubs the back of his head.
Something like that. In any case, we
I wonder who was on their old
easier
team.
to switch
Maybe
out
we'll find
and
out
deal with
sometime.
that awkwardness every week.
Understandable, want to try to avoid the awkward situations. Probably for details, we'll just drop it for now. I'm sure we're going to learn more a little bit later. I guess that makes sense. We hear a click as the building door unlocks. Don't get in a hurry to get to class, everybody.
The gym schedule, but that's now been resolved. Please make your way to the locker rooms, then meet at Gymnasium 3.
Fine.
Awesome. We'll see you there, Kaori. Come with me, Brosif.
Shut up, dude. I'm going to end him. Help me, Kaori. Joe pushes me towards the men's locker room. We quickly change into our uniforms, then Shou and I head towards the gym. This is where we just were with Yuuna. Even with all the training equipment inside, the space still feels huge. Flags and banners from past victories hang on the walls and ceilings. Typical of Ace Academy, everything looks pristine.
Hello?
What? Joe's voice snaps me back to reality. Sup?
Jeez. Zoning out like that when I'm asking you such an important question? It's almost like you don't care.
No. It's not that I don't care. Well, it's that I don't care, but it's not an important question. I guarantee it's not an important question, Shou.
What's your favorite flavor of Dango?
It's not an important question. I think he and I have different definitions of what an important question is. I suppose it's something in my peripheral vision distracts me from answering. Whoa! What? A group of girls enter the gym wearing nothing but their panties and a t-shirt. This can't be right. I rub my eyes, but the magical sight remains still in focus. Oh, that's creepy. What's going on?
Huh?
The girls over there are just walking around in their panties. Shou glances excitedly, but deflates a second later.
What are you talking about, Brosif?
Do you not see what I'm looking at? Because
See what? Girls wearing their gym uniforms?
that's their gym uniforms? It's incredibly revealing. Shou stares for a moment.
I still don't get it. That's what they've always worn, ever since elementary school.
Cultural differences here, okay?
Actually, now that you mention it.
And we have broken him. He can now no longer unsee.
My god! What have you done?
I have broken him. I have become victorious. I have ended his days.
I won't be able to focus in this class anymore.
Good, it means we're successful. Come on, I couldn't have been the only one seeing this.
You were. I was desensitized to this from childhood because my memories never associated this attire with perversion, and thus there was nothing to be perverted about.
What? The heck you going on about?
I don't know, man. I'm too distracted to think clearly.
You don't think clearly, period.
What are you two yelling about?
Boobs. I mean, Kaori. We both spin around and see Kaori. She's also wearing what no one in the right mind would dub a gym uniform. I mean, based on what I'm seeing here, it's like swimsuit bottoms. You kind of get desensitized to it. Her porcelain legs are completely free of blemish, and the way the material shows off her body makes it clear she works hard to stay fit. Sup? How can she wear something like this? Swiggity swuggy, I'm coming for that booty. Her exercise routine is yielding superb results. Okay, interesting. Well, I can answer how she's wearing something like this, because that's just what she's used to wearing. Swiggity swag, no. Her exercise routine is yielding superb results. We're going to leave it at that. See how this goes. We're going to get hit. If I have her I'm so distracted I can't even think straight. If I ever had any doubt about Kaori's physical prowess, I don't have them anymore. It must take hard work and discipline to have a body like yours. She frowns as a hand instantly goes to her side. The only thing betraying her unimpressed expression is the slight pink creeping at her cheeks. Win!
Are you really trying to hit on me with a line like that?
If your cheeks are pink, it means I've won. No, just giving credit where credit is due. Of course not. You wish. I'm gonna play the coy card here. You can take it however you want. It's just impressive to see someone diligent with their training. Kaori crosses her arms as the pink in her cheeks deepen. Winning!
Thanks, I guess.
That means I win. And Shou is just like, well, damn, bro. A few moments pass by as we wait for the class to start. By the way, have you guys thought about what we should do for sponsorship? Just dive right into it, why don't we?
Not quite.
Okay.
No.
Guess I'm the only one on this one. Okay, I'm the team leader now. Shou and I both glance at Kaori in surprise, and she crosses her arms.
What?
We thought you would have been on top of this?
You're usually on top of this stuff.
This is scary, Shou. Get out of my head.
I've been busy. This team isn't the only thing I focus on.
Well, it kind of should be outside of school because you're in school for this. That's okay. I might have a lead anyways.
Really?
Yes, I've been thinking about this stuff. You gotta be prepared. She doesn't need to sound so surprised. I just hit on her for God's sakes. Yeah, you know the SBA? They both nod. Well, obviously, they've been here a year. They know the SBA. Stupid. I know someone who works for them. I got a lady on the inside, and she's agreed to help us find a sponsor. Joe claps me on the back. Would you stop it with that?
This is why I chose you to join our team. You make things happen.
It's still way too early for you to be touching me. Are you sure it's not because I was the only person available? Kaori snorts, but Shou is unfazed.
That too.
Granted, his personality is one of those you can pretty much try to chop him down at any point, he's gonna get right back up. Shou is about to speak again when Kaori shushes him.
Be quiet. Class is about to start.
Are we playing dodgeball? I'm gonna win that. The professor waits for the room to quiet down before he begins the class. What are we playing? What are we doing? What's the gym class about? The professor dismisses the class, and the three of us file out together. My muscles are already fatigued and my limbs tremble. I know I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. Shou groans.
My legs feel like they're on fire.
Gotta do them squats, bro. I grunt in sympathy, too tired to respond. Kaori power walks ahead of us. Will you slow down?
Class wasn't that hard.
That's because you work out all the time. We stare at each other and I whisper to him, how is she doing that right now?
She's a cyborg, a human mecha hybrid.
You don't say. Makes sense. And we've changed back and now we're back to school. Once outside, Shou waves goodbye.
Well, that was fun. I got some stuff to take care of, though.
Okay, like homework?
Kaori, Mr. Broseph?
Don't you call me that.
Same. I'll talk to you guys later.
Later. We all say goodbye, which is what you do when you're parting ways. Okay, now we have some options here. Well, Kaori's got some stuff to do. I don't want to bother Mayu too much. Valerie, well, of course we're gonna go to the main waifu. I dial Yuna's number and wait for her to answer. 1, 2, 3, we have it on speed dial. Hey, Yuuna. I was wondering if you got some time to hang out. Maybe we can have another tennis match, seeing as you kicked my ass last time.
I'd love to, but I've got class in about half an hour. I was about to stop.
Who has class?
Would
Coffee?
You like to join me?
Absolutely. Sounds great. I'll meet you in the cafe.
Okay, see you soon.
All right. Coffee date, or coffee time, as we go to the cafe. Coffee date. We need coffee. This is a cute little place. Yuna's already there by the time I arrive. She sits at a table near the window. After ordering myself a coffee, I join her. She smiles in acknowledgement as I sit down. Oh, she's so pretty. So what class do you have next?
Just one of my PHPT degree requirement classes. It's not one of the more interesting ones, so I'm
Well-
not too excited about going.
Well, some of the requirement ones, you get some that are just not that interesting.
Do you have any more classes today?
That's a good question. Do we have any more classes today? Nope, all done for the day. So we have one class. We're going to assume it's 6:30 in the morning. God, I wish I had this life in college.
That must be nice.
It absolutely is. Her eyes sparkle as she sips her coffee. Well, that's what anyone's eyes do when you have your coffee.
So, how are you spending your free time between classes? Anything fun?
Well, I am having coffee with this one girl right now. Oh. It varies. I'll go to the library to chill, study or chill in the pilot's lounge. Generally, I like to spend some quality time with my gear.
Ah,
She glances at the teal stripes on my uniform as she takes a sip of her coffee.
what made you decide to be a pilot?
Why was she looking at my uniform? Do I have a spot on it? Well, my dad was an engineer, and I grew up building mechs with him. He and I actually built Eagle together.
Eagle must be really special to you then.
He is. This is so lame.
So why didn't you go into engineering?
Why didn't we go into engineering? My dad always wanted to be a pilot, but he was colorblind, so he could never become one. He always encouraged me to be a pilot instead. I never even considered doing anything else. Don't get me wrong, I'm not just doing it because my dad wanted me to. I love piloting, it's just something I always knew I wanted to do. What about you?
I actually almost joined the pilot program.
Why didn't you? She hesitates, the words are on her lips, but she's debating whether or not to say them.
There were a lot of factors, but the biggest reason I chose to study PHPT is because pilot health and safety is frequently overlooked.
Makes sense.
Pilots go through a rigorous training process. And
Yes, they
people
do.
don't consider the long-term effects that training has on a person.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're talking about G-force training and the like.
G-forces do take its toll on the body.
Being a pilot can take more of a toll on your body than you know.
Well, that makes sense. You're running around in tons and tons of steel. You're scaring me now. You can check on my health any day. She's lighting up negative Nancy. Okay. We're going to go with the middle one here. We're going to kind of slowly drop some lines here. I feel safer just knowing you're here to look out for me. She blushes. Boom.
I'll try my best.
Nice and smooth. So, pilot health and physiotherapy. Does that encompass mental health as well as physical?
Yes, definitely.
Well,
Most
duh.
people
Why
tend to
is our
forget
character
that a
full of
healthy
dumb
mind is
questions?
just as important as a healthy body. But
I'm going to make up my own questions for him
him
just because he's so dumb with them.
More so than an unhealthy body.
Right. Healthy mind equals healthy body. Ask more about pilot mental health, physical health. Well, we are talking about mental health right now. Why not go into it a little more? I'll admit, I'm a little guilty of forgetting that myself. Is there currently a large emphasis on mental health screenings for pilots, or is this an ever-evolving process?
It's an ever-evolving process, and unfortunately, it usually takes a tragedy before people realize there's a flaw in the system.
That's understandable. That's totally true. We see that even in society today. Once something goes wrong, it's okay, let's take an evaluation here at the program, or when something drastic happens. Really? She nods.
Obviously, a pilot has to pass a mental health evaluation before he can earn his license.
Well, yeah,
That screening needs to be more rigorous and more frequent.
that makes sense. What do you mean, what do you mean? It makes sense. She's gonna go into it anyways, dumbass.
Some mental illnesses are easily diagnosed. but
Right.
Some are more tricky, and some can disappear and reappear, like depression or addictions.
Very true. You can also have those that are aware that something's wrong and are very good at hiding it.
Those are hard conditions to spot because, for the most part, they must be self-reported.
And no
But
one
if a
wants to admit
pilot
they're
knows
addicted
that
to
he can
anything.
use his license because he has this
Except for coffee.
condition, he may not report it. It could reach a level where he would not only endanger himself, but those around him.
And at that point with the addiction, people are just kind of thinking, okay, I need to get going. I can't sacrifice anything. I don't have a problem. Shouldn't his colleagues or teammates report him if they notice the pilot's changed behavior? You would think so.
They absolutely should, but the way the current system works, the responsibility falls on the
Oh,
pilot
she's so
himself
upset
and not
about
his
this. That
team.
actually hurts her right there. Because she's probably right, because they have to take the responsibility. They can notice changed behavior, but disciplinary action can't be done unless the pilot admits it himself.
Pilots who are
And their
on
own pride's not
anxiety
gonna let 'em
or
do
depression
that.
Medication can also be disqualified from earning their license just because of the medication use alone.
Because a lot of medications say do not drive or operate heavy machinery. And I think a gear would constitute as heavy machinery. Isn't that kind of like punishing the pilot for treating his condition?
There are arguments for both sides. The pilot is
This
being
episode
punished
just
for
took a
treating
really dark turn.
Because he uses the medication, he should be considered to be in sound mind.
Supposedly.
On the other hand, someone who is using the medication has a greater potential for significant underlying psychiatric
She's
or
really
psychological
articulate and
problems.
she's really
And
smart.
The side effects of medication is always unpredictable, so they're considered a risk.
Which is what we just talked about. Guess both sides make sense. Which side are you on? Yuna's eyes flash.
I'm a strong advocate for reform.
I'm not. I'm asking a question. Don't get mad at me. Don't give me that face.
And we can't encourage an environment of secrecy because that is what puts lives at risk.
You're right. She pauses, then her cheeks flush.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you.
No, it just means you're passionate about this your stance on things, which is good. That's okay. I'm just glad someone like you is here to fight for what's best for us pilots. She checks the time. She's probably late for class.
I need to get going. Sorry for lecturing you.
It wasn't a lecture. It was a discussion, and we learned something today. Whatever. We've already gone over that. She smiles brightly.
I'll see you
Okay. Seriously, some of the characters' comments, some of them are just so dumb. I'm just gonna kind of fill in my own. No, not a bash of pixel fade, but sometimes the character's just dumb. She gathers her things and leaves. I finish up my coffee, then follow her out of the cafe. That's right, we follow her out of the cafe. I'm basically done for the day, but I don't feel like going home just yet. I wander the campus aimlessly as I decide what I want to do. Study at the library, check out the quad, hang out in the pilot's lounge. Well, we've studied in the library already. We hang out in the pilot's lounge a lot. Let's check out the quad. Let's see what's going on at the quad. It's a gorgeous day and I don't want to be cooped up inside. I'll go to the quad and see what's happening there. I remember briefly passing through the quad last week, so I have a vague idea of how to get there. Mostly I just follow the greenery. After a few minutes, I spot an open lawn of green grass. A couple of guys are running around the yard, playing some sort of game. At the same time, a bunch of students are having a picnic in the shade of a giant oak, and a few others are reading in the benches and lining the yard. Something flies towards my head, coming dangerously towards my eyes. Catch. My body reacts before I even fully process what's going on and reach out and grab the object. It's a frisbee. One of the guys races towards me.
Nice catch, man.
Thanks, dude.
Over here.
What's up? The other guy waves at me and gestures for me to throw it back. I do, and he leaps into the air, catching it easily.
Nice throw.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Butterfingers here can't aim to save his life.
How would that make him Butterfingers, though? Butterfingers means you can't catch.
That's not true. It just slipped a little.
Just a bad throw. It's okay. The first guy squints at me, and then his face lights up in recognition.
Wait a minute. I know you. You're the chick magnet.
My reputation precedes me. Huh?
Oh, yeah. From the foreign exchange class.
With Valerie, understood.
Remember us?
Oh, it's these guys.
It's awesome that you're here.
Why is it awesome that I'm here? An idea dawns on him. No shit.
Hey, you want to play with us? Yeah, you should join us.
Sure. Nothing wrong with playing frisbee. I shrug. These guys are a bit excitable, but otherwise don't seem so bad. We're gonna make some new friends. Okay, I'll play.
Awesome.
Let's move away from other people so there's no chance we'll accidentally hit anyone. Again.
Probably a good idea. You always want to try to play frisbee away from people. Yeah. These guys aren't too bad. I learned that they're from Korea and have been inseparable since childhood. Cool, we're childhood best friends. Nothing wrong with that. My phone rings and Yuna's name flashes on the screen. It's like she can't even wait. And our ringtone is the main theme. Sorry guys, gotta take this. It's been fun. Guys wave at me. I answer the phone and search for a secluded spot to talk. Hey Yuna, how goes the search? Oh, it's work related.
Actually, that's why I called you. I have some good news.
Oh,
I got you an interview.
you're great. I could kiss you. How'd you do it?
Lots of phone calls.
Well, duh. Laugh. Thanks, Yuuna. This is great.
I know. It's with Warp Tech Corporation.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken from earlier episodes, this is a little known group. That'll be fun. I nearly dropped the phone. How'd you get a major player like Warp Tech interested in us? Never mind, I was completely wrong.
I told them the truth. You guys are a strong, up-and-coming team. And with the right sponsor there to support you, you'll be unstoppable.
This is true. A sponsor can make a team. Access to weapons and equipment. And repair costs. Thanks. We'll definitely have an advantage if we have access to Warp Tech weaponry. When is the interview?
Yeah, about that.
Is it in like a month? Is it in an hour? Her hesitation is ominous.
Your interview is tomorrow.
Okay. Just go okay. I'll be there. There's a pause before Yuuna speaks.
Oh, good.
Were you expecting me to put up a fight? Is something wrong?
No, I was just expecting you to protest a little more.
No, when a big company like Warp Tech says, come meet with us, we want to meet this person tomorrow, that person better show up. Why?
Well, it's pretty short notice.
Well, you gotta go.
Never mind.
Okay. I need to call my team. I don't know if they'll be able to make it.
They don't all need to be there. As long as one member of the team is there, the interview can happen.
You know what? Why do we even need to call them? We'll just let them know we have it.
Can you make it?
I just said yes. I need time to prepare, especially if I'm going alone.
No, I'll be there. And as a member of the SBA, I'll be taking the lead in presenting your credentials.
Oh,
I've
cool.
got everything under control.
Our synergy is great. All right, I'll make my own preparations tonight and meet you tomorrow.
Great. I'll meet you in front of the library after class.
All right. Thanks again, Yuuna. I owe you one.
It was my pleasure.
I'm sure it was. We both hang up. The first thing I do is send a group text to my team. Got an interview with Warp Tech Corp tomorrow afternoon. Can any of you join? Okay, if can't, I have it under control. A minute after I send the text, I receive a reply. It's from Shou, which is no surprise. He's always freakishly quick to respond. Broseph, I'll be hanging Fritz on the dock plan. What? I literally have no idea what that means. I text him back. So you mean yes? Guess not. You're funny. Good luck and let me know how it goes. I have no idea what you just said, so no. At least I got my answer. 1 down, 2 to go. I've still got some time before I need to go home. Do I have to? Let's see if Shou wants to hang out at the arcade or something. I call and he picks up after a few rings.
What's up?
Let's take part in the merriment of cyber skirmishing. Ask Shou on a date. Let's go to the arcade. Let's be goofy with him. It's time. Time to go to war. Oh, come on, dude. I cannot do it alone. Will you follow me into the gates of purgatory?
That's a hefty request, my good sir.
Now he gets it. It involves free snacks at the arcade.
That's simply an offer I can't refuse.
No one can refuse free snacks. I figured as much.
I'll meet you there.
After hanging up, I head out to the arcade. Why? Why must we go hang out with Shou? Of all the people. As I enter the building, I spot Shou waving at me. As soon as I join him, he leads me deeper into the arcade. We're going to the bowels of the arcade where no one has been before. Where are we going?
To a game which will showcase our skills.
Which ones? But the gear simulators are the other way.
Not those skills.
Huh? Shou stops in front of a shooting game and pulls a gun out of the holster.
Shall we see who the better marksman is?
You're on. The game has inbuilt sensors so we can duck to the side and take cover or peek out, and the game will read that movement. It's a team-based game, but it sounds like Shou wants to turn it into a competition. Let's do it. You're on. How about we raise the stakes?
I like the sound of that. What were you thinking?
Snacks. Loser buys their winter lunch for a whole week.
I never took you for a gambling man.
Then you're in for a surprise. Keeps things spicy. I'm feeling lucky. It's not gambling if the results are already known. Keeps things spicy. I'm feeling lucky. I know Lady Luck is on my side.
Well, you're going to be disappointed because she's got my back tonight.
Prove it. We throw a couple of tokens into the machine. Once the game loads, we jump straight into the action. Shou takes the lead and leads us straight into an enemy encampment.
You're falling behind, Brosip.
We're fine. Die. A large wave of enemies spawn on Shou's side.
Ah, crap, I'm pinned. Give me some cover.
Help Shou. Help him out. It's still a team game. Alright, I'm going in. I take out the shooters, pinning him down.
I knew you'd pull through. Time to finish off this wave.
Let's do it. We clear the game, however, we weren't fast enough to make the leaderboard. Damn it. Maybe if we hadn't spent the beginning competing, it might have been different.
Not bad.
Let's do it again. After a shooting match, we head for the gear simulators.
Aw, no way.
What? There is a long line which snakes around some of the other gaming stations. Crap.
Well, I guess I should have expected this.
Well, right, we actually have gears and we can do simulations inside them. Why are there so many people?
It's because of the new update to the simulators.
New update.
The arcade has new prototype weapons by Eludian Enterprises installed into the sim.
Wow. Prototype weapons. That's ridiculous. I wonder what kind of weapons. This makes me wonder.
Not sure, but I can't wait to find out.
Neither can I. You're pretty excited about this. He scratches his head and wears a sheepish grin.
Yeah, it's because I really do like gears.
It's almost like you're a pilot. What got you into them in the first place? Oh, now he hesitates.
Nah, it's stupid.
No, it's not. I'm sure it's not. You can tell me. It's strange to see him look so serious. After a few more seconds of hesitation, Shou finally speaks.
I got beat up a lot as a kid.
That's sad. Now I feel like a jerk. Little bit. He takes a deep breath.
I was always the one being picked on in class or after school. That's why I hung out alone a lot.
Yeah?
Then one year, my mom bought me this sweet gear action figure for my birthday. Man, I loved that thing. It was so awesome.
It sounds pretty cool.
But the kids from my class, they pulled it from my hands and laughed as the leader smashed it against the concrete.
We smash him!
I sat there, my eyes red from crying, and I thought, if only I had a real gear.
And now you do. And this is the part where you tell me your father was the mastermind behind it all? He did it to make you stronger? Anime reference here.
How did you know?
Shou looks at me with amazement.
Nothing gets past you, huh?
Apparently not. So what's the real story? Shou shrugs.
There isn't one. There's just a feeling, you know?
Sounds like he's practiced that story a little bit too, to be able to sell it like that.
And the only thing you see out of your visuals is down the barrel of your opponent's rifle.
Got a point. You mean you like the thrill? Didn't take you for an adrenaline junkie.
That's not exactly it.
Nah, the thrill of battle.
In a match, everyone is an equal. You could be the son of the president.
He's got a point.
missing a leg,
Very anime-esque too.
None of that matters. All that matters is if you have what it takes to win.
Got a point. You can have all the technology you want. Doesn't matter who you are, as long as you can win. Well, matches aren't really equal. If you're the son of a president, you could always have the best equipped gear in the nation, which will obviously give you the advantage over the gear with average equipment.
True, which is why matches held between standard gears are my favorite. Then it really is based on skill alone.
Well, it's still skill-based as well. Even if they have all the best equipment, you could still be a better pilot. Now, it doesn't matter. You can have the best car, but if you don't know how to drive it, you could still lose to a Ford Pinto. Shou is unusually serious and speaks in earnest. Although he's still smiling, it's not his usual goofy grin. He might come off as someone who doesn't take anything seriously, but after what he just shared, I get the feeling this facade hides a mind that is observant and alert. Interesting.
I don't
Very interesting indeed.
share that with a lot of people. I don't think they'd understand.
They probably wouldn't. I didn't really know what to say. Luckily, Shou's signature grin returns.
Anyway, good talk.
You can talk to me anytime. See you next session? Yep, no need to repeat it. You know, hearing that kind of changes my mind about him a little bit. I guess from now on we can tolerate Mr. Broseph. You talk to me anytime, Broseph. I got your back, bro.
That's great, because there was something else on my mind.
What's that? Oh, so soon? The line dwindles as we've been talking, and before we know it, it's our turn.
Looks like we're next.
Let's do it! Shou and I take our places inside the simulation pods, and we continue to battle each other until Shou has to leave. Good training session, too. Works together, kind of learn each other's tendencies, too. As I get home, Nikki jumps off the couch and greets me. She's really excited.
There you are. What took you so long?
I was out being a cool kid. What do you want? As she has her hands on her hips and taps her foot impatiently. Calm down, you're like 12. Did I forget we had plans tonight? Run! Turn around. Turn it around on her. Let's play it cool. I'm no later than usual.
So, I've still been waiting forever for you to come home.
Whew, we didn't have any plans. Good. Really? You usually come home around the same time that I do. How come you got back so early this time?
Well, I have some exciting news.
Oh, what's that now? Nikki sits down on the couch and I follow her. What is it?
Remember when you suggested I start a cooking club at school?
Yes.
I took your advice and spoke with the school administration, and they
Does this
loved
mean?
the idea. I
Cool.
already have a teacher who's agreed to sponsor the club. and
Yay,
now
the
my
little
class
sister's
is
taking our
going to
advice and look at her all grown up
join.
now. Look at her. Starting her own club and stuff. That's awesome, Nikki.
I know. I was thinking
She's so excited about it, too.
We can learn a new dish each week, and anyone can share a dish, so it's not just me leading everything.
Some good ideas going there.
Our first meeting is next week, and I thought I could start us off by teaching something simple and non-Japanese.
So like spaghetti. She pauses and looks thoughtfully at me.
should make?
Food. Sushi, sandwich, salad. You can do a really cool sandwich. There's a lot of cool American sandwiches. Make sandwiches. Everyone loves sandwiches.
Yeah. Because everyone already knows how to make them.
Not all of them. Maybe they know how to make normal sandwiches, but not necessarily the fancy tiny ones that are gone in one bite.
You mean finger sandwiches?
Those. Jeez, Nikki, that's morbid.
Let me guess. Those are the only foods you can make.
Maybe. Of course not. I know how to make mac and cheese. Spoken like a true college kid.
Stuff from a box? That's not cooking.
Yes, it is. Heat's involved. That's how you cook. I can make spaghetti.
Uh-huh. Maybe you should join our club.
I'm not going back to where your high school friends are after last time. I'm still scarred. And that's my cue to leave.
No, don't go. I was just kidding.
I need to go to bed, though. I have an interview in the morning. I know, but I've got some studying I need to do anyways.
Okay.
Sorry, kiddo. I'm sorry to disappoint you. That hurt. She's so disappointed. Congrats on getting your club started. I bet it'll end up being the most popular club in your school.
Thanks. I don't know if
I'm
that's
sure
a
it will
good
be
thing or
too.
not. I like having a smallish size group so we can all interact easily. But having a larger group means more exposure to new foods.
This is true. Gotta think small and see the big picture here. You're not just limited to that small group. It has potential.
Thanks. Anyway, that's getting way ahead of ourselves.
Nothing wrong with having a plan. Yeah, you still need to decide on what you're gonna do for your first meeting.
Some help you've been.
You asked for my opinion, and you got it. I laugh and begin to head upstairs. Good night, kiddo. You know you still love me.
That's what you think.
That's what I know. She waves goodbye anyways. Wonder where Kaito was. It was kind of quiet for him. Up the stairs. Once in my room, I settle down at my desk and begin collecting research and statistics I can present at the interview. I want to be well informed, especially I'm going to be representing my team. Gotta know the insides and out of everything. Wait. What? Did Kaori and Mayu ever respond to my text? A quick check of my phone shows me they did. I open Mayu's text first. I hope it doesn't cause you too much trouble if I don't go, but I have a previous engagement and I can't make it. Best of luck. Well, that makes sense. Last minute, we couldn't really do much more. I shrug. At least she was nice about it. And Kaori? Why did you schedule the interview so soon? Of course I can't make it. Don't mess this up. Why am I not surprised? I don't know what I was expecting. Thanks for the vote of confidence. At least Yuuna will be there to back me up, so we're not going in alone. I read over my notes a few more times until I'm confident about what I'll say. Then I head to bed early, so I can be well rested for tomorrow. Sounds like a very good plan, and I'm going to end this episode here. It's a big, eventful day. We learned a lot about Yuuna and Shou, and a little bit about Kaori as well. If you guys did like the video, hit the like button there at the bottom. It helps me out a lot knowing if you guys are entertained by the content like this. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this as well. And again, as I said earlier in the video, I'm going to leave the link to the Steam page of Ace Academy in the description below. Again, it's out. This is its final version. There is no more testing. This is the final. So if you want to go ahead and purchase it, go right ahead. I certainly encourage looking at Pixel Fade as well. I know I've had a chance to. It's great to see that they work on stuff like this. I can't wait to take a look and try their next product if I can get my hands on it at some point in time. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care and have a great rest of your day.